Well, you mentioned Jenna. This work has already been done. It started to be beginning, and she actually traveled to East Africa to connect with a remarkable woman who is creating change in her community, and she is joining with Mrs. Obama's Global Girls Alliance. She's an adoptive mother of 9 children, and as you're about to see, an inspiration to thousands more.
14-year-old Nellie is about to do something many girls her age have given up on. Every morning she leaves the tiny shack she shares with her mother and sisters and walks 2 miles to school. Nellie is unusual because in Uganda, only 2 out of 10 girls make it past the 7th grade. Nearly half are married by the time they're 18.
There's no one telling them you can't do it. Yeah. All they hear is that you're stupid, you can't do it.
Monica Nyiraguhabwa was told that too.
You never saw a woman drive?
Never, never.
Growing up in the slums of Kampala, even her own parents told her not to bother with school.
Boys are always given the priority. They're taught to be confident, and the girls are taught to be submissive, taught to be quiet, taught not to be loud.
Not to use their voice.
And not to use their voice.
Any money the family could scrape together went to her brother's education first.
I had my first shoe when I was 13 years old.
13 years old.
When I got those shoes, it was like the best day of my life. But I realized that really, from my own family, it's a curse to be a girl. This is wrong. Something needs to change. And the way they look at themselves.
So Monica turned that curse into a crusade, demanding that she go to school too and becoming the first in her family to graduate from college.
Are we together?
But instead of leaving these slums, she came back.
You went to university in London.
Yes.
You could have stayed there. And
I could have stayed there, but I said no, this is not who I am. Because if more and more educated girls left, then who will do it?
Inspire! So she created Girl Up Uganda, a program that teaches all girls to demand more. At this market, they're not just cleaning up trash, they're also picking up important leadership skills. Each is teamed up with an older sister.
Someone that you can talk to, someone who says they believe in you. Welcome.
She shows me how it works at Missouri Designs, where women teach each other to sew, creating beautiful dresses and handbags. Remember Nellie? Her dream is to be a fashion designer. So a seamstress takes her under her wing, showing her how to make her own dress.
what do you think?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Exposing a girl like Nellie, and you can sit on this machine. Tomorrow she'll be a fashion designer. She'll be a big deal in New York. She'll be a big deal in Uganda.
Can I wear your clothes when you come to New York?
But before that can happen, a girl once afraid to raise her hand in class will have to overcome her fears at a neighborhood fashion show.
She's going to walk on the catwalk.
She's going to walk on the catwalk and show the power that there is in girls.
A beautiful transformation that proves when given the chance, every girl can be a star. Even Nellie's mentors moved to tears.
Why were you crying?
I'm so happy. May I have a tear of joy.
Does it make you proud?
Yeah.
And is your job done?
Not yet, it's just starting. Until every girl is touched, I'm not leaving. When I see these girls smiling, happy, being confident, being able to raise their heads to speak out, I see the world that I wanted for myself. Now I see that it's possible for them.
You did it! All right, and we are delighted to have my hero, Monica, here with this morning. We loved spending time with you at your organization. You've helped thousands of kids stay in school and dream big, including, of course, Nellie, and you're our hero. Is it amazing to be part of this?
It's very exciting for us globally to say we need to prioritize on girls' education. The time is now. We need to work as a collective to raise arms to say this is that time. We need to rally around the Global Girls Alliance and say it's time for girls. Girls now, girls are the future.
Girls are the future. Y'all can learn more about her story at today.com. Savannah and Hoda.
Jenna, thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. You met her yesterday.
Oh.
Your eyes are welling up. It's a moment.
She is phenomenal, and she is one of millions. And that's what this alliance is intended to do, to find energy and leadership like that and lift it up and support it and fund it One of the best parts of the alliance is the fund that will allow people, teaming up with GoFundMe, and people right now, if you hear about these programs, you can learn about them online, but you can help support them in real time. And that's what people like Monica need. They need resources on the ground.